Officially, we do not exist.
Now you pissed me off. Action!
Guillermo del Toro has an incomparable imagination, and I think that itself, it just speaks volumes.
I don't think you could have a better choice than Guillermo for this material, and he did a great job on the first one, and he understands the product.
Guillermo's interested in parables. He's interested in parallel universes, and he's interested in telling a story in a fantastical world. He's at the top of his game.
And we push to the trails, and we see the trails happening, you go past them. Unlike the first one where a monster was unleashed on our world, we had our heroes traveling to the place where these things live.
This is certainly stranger than other comic book films.
They infiltrate into a troll market full of magical creatures that is under the Brooklyn Bridge. They go to a long-lost land in northern Ireland. They go into a subterranean world. We see the origins of the Golden Army and so on and so forth. The biggest element in the movie is the Golden Army. We go to them at the end of the film, and we get a glimpse of what they can do.
The Golden Army, the unstoppable force.
Oh, crap.
This is really epic in scope. The worlds that they travel through are truly epic and mythic.
This movie is so full of memorable locations and just places where you turn a corner and you go, oh my God, I've never seen that before.
Give it up, Nasty. We can see it.
See me? How? How do you see me?
The troll market, it's spectacular. It's just fantastic.
The set was like, a land at Disneyland, with Troll Land. It was the most idiosyncratic, strange, twisted, weird, like a market, like you'd find in Morocco, except there were no humans. And it was Guillermo at his most excessive.
Don't waste your time. We will not talk.
Troll market is huge. The backlot that represents New York is massive. And then we have the Golden Army Chamber, which occupies most of an Olympic stadium. It basically filled 5/6 of the Olympic Stadium.
This particular set is so spectacular. We were saying yesterday, a lot of people will probably think it's a digital set, but there's nothing like walking into a place like this.
By comparison, the first movie had big sets, but very few, and this one is all of it set construction.
Red, we have company.
I think we did a total of 5 creatures in the first movie. Here we've done a total of 32 or 33 creatures. So it's a much bigger scope.
He left his emblem in the world above, and now there is talk of war, a war with the human world.
I think both Guillermo and I felt with the first Hellboy film, we went a little light with the creatures, where we basically had one monster that we used over and over again. So going into a second film, we knew we wanted more variety in creatures.
We are pushing really the boundaries of animatronics in this movie. Some of the creatures are so expressive. They can lip sync, they can have full range of emotions. They are funny, they are evil, they are menacing, they are sweet. We are literally just taking animatronics as far as I've ever seen them taken.
You won't talk. Never. Never.
Every single creature that you see in that sequence or any other sequence sprung from his imagination. I can't even begin to describe it. It's like chocolate mousse, you just have to eat it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you.
So I think the most tenacious of the monsters are the littlest ones, the tooth fairies, and they're really cute. I mean, Guillermo really outdid himself on the cuteness scale, but they're nasty little things.
They devour humans like piranha do, but they start with the teeth. They like things that have calcium in them. And they eat a human in like 32 seconds.
Because in the movie, the tooth fairies are not cute little things. They are nasty, wild, savage little creatures that feed on calcium. They don't leave coins either.
Now for our next item, the Royal Crown of Bethmora, a piece from a long-lost culture.
This whole story of Hellboy 2 really hinges on what was created in the underworld and how there's a Prince Nuada who's come to reclaim the glory of their world, and he's united in feeling and in physicality with his twin sister, Princess Nuala.
The Royal Seal.
I'm Princess Nuala. My father died to uphold the truce with your world. We came from a land called Bethmora, and we are now living sort of in the sewers of New York. This is kind of what it's come to. We've lost so much.
The brother and the sister, they are literally opposite sides of the coin.
The prince and princess represent sort of one person who is divided by their sort of conscience.
We're twins. Even as children, a link has bound us, one to the other.
The princess was very hard to find. We needed an actress that looked otherworldly and talked and behaved like royalty, but not in a smug way, but that she seemed so exquisitely fragile and exquisitely raised, delicate, that she exuded royalty without having to have an attitude.
She is everything he isn't. You know, she's sensitive and kind and has empathy.
To wage war, my brother needs this. The third piece of the crown of Bethmora.
The prince, on the other hand, is an amazing fighter.
As much as his sister is very honorable, as is he. You know, he was at war with his father. He wasn't in kindergarten, you know, learning how to put blocks and things. He was on the back of a horse learning how to fight.
The prince is really sinister, and it's his decision to come into this world and unleash the terrors that he has at his beck and call to force us into action, to fight against him.
I have returned to wage war and reclaim our land.
His intention is very clearly to wage war, but to get there as smoothly and as quickly without as much pomp and ceremony as possible.
That's the jumping off point of the story, and is ultimately a confrontation between Hellboy and Prince and the Golden Army.
I will kill anyone if that is necessary.
And why don't you just start with me? Your royal assness.
Kill them.
Wouldn't do that if I were you.
Well, the prince has a sidekick named Wink, who's about 8.5 feet tall, and one eye, seemingly indestructible. Truly badass. Truly badass.
The one thing I do like about Nuada's approach is not showboating. It's not about that. He has an elegance about him, I hope, that based upon being royalty and nobility. And his main goal is to balance the scales. That's all it is. And his journey is primarily the most succinct route.
The prince is essentially like Geronimo. He's like the last of a race, or the last warrior of a race. And the humans are pushing and pushing the magical creatures away into the outskirts of society, the underworld. And the prince essentially says no more. And he has the key to awaken the Golden Army. So it's essentially like if Geronimo had a key to a nuclear bomb.
It is an extraordinary, rich, and beautiful film that makes you care about the characters.
Almost every character has to, at one point or another, choose one side and choose to do things that will change their life and change who they are.
You have more in common with us than with them, demon.
Make the choice.
I think the set pieces are more varied, the creatures are more varied, the fights are very different one from another. So all in all, there are much more flavors, different flavors in this movie than in the first one.
You woke up the baby.
Maybe it's the cold wind that chills you to the bone, or the strange rumbling beneath the city streets. It's the unnerving sense that there's a world around us we cannot see. It's not your imagination. This world is very real. And it's very, very angry.
Let this remind you why you once feared the dark.
Now, humanity's only hope
Officially, we do not exist.
is our government's best kept secret.
I will kill anyone if that is necessary.
And why don't you just start with me? Now you pissed me off.
Red, we have company.
Oh, crap.
Now for our next item, the Royal Crown of Bethmora, a piece from a long-lost culture.
Lost? Not at all. Very much alive. And I am here to reclaim what is rightfully mine.
Call security!
When our world is threatened,
I have returned to wage war and reclaim our land.
by forces beyond our understanding, our government turns to an elite, top-secret organization.
We're moving up.
We had over 70 guests reported. We have no survivors.
Same story here, babe.
Don't call me babe.
Hey, I said, hey.
Red, we have company.
I have a suspect.
The Royal Seal.
I'm Princess Nuala. My father died to uphold the truce with your world.
I will call upon the help of all the children of the earth. The good. The bad.
Give it up, Nasty. We can see it.
See me? How? How do you see me?
And the worst.
The Golden Army, the unstoppable force.
Oh, crap.
Kill them.
Wouldn't do that if I were you. They're afraid of me.
You have more in common with us than with them, demon.
Excuse me. Make the choice. You woke up the baby.
It's one of the most popular and enduring franchises in Universal Pictures history. Now, The Mummy travels to China for a spectacular all-new chapter unlike any that's come before. The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
I saw in this my chance to do a movie about China, using Chinese history in a fun way.
Well, I love the franchise and I love the characters. If we were going to do a third one, we wanted it to be something unique and different. Let's have a whole new mythology, a whole new mummy, new bad guys.
We're not in Egypt anymore. It's even better because this time we're in the magical world of China.
We shot north of Beijing in the desert and in the Shanghai studios. Big chases, gun battles, treks to the Himalayas, big stuff.
This movie, Rick and Evie are retired, and their son is 18, and he's become an adventurer.
He makes the discovery of a lifetime.
We found it, Professor. It's the Dragon Emperor and his terracotta army.
The first emperor and his terracotta army, which was cursed thousands of years ago, has been brought back to life.
Good going, Dad. You raised another mummy. In his tomb, he said he had control of the 5 elements.
I hate mummies. They never play fair.
Alex is in over his head. They got to do this job together.
I put down more mummies in my time than you. We're gonna do this my way.
You put down one mummy, Dad.
Yeah, same mummy, twice.
We have the new mummy, which I quickly thought should be Jet Li. And then we have the great Michelle Yeoh.
When the Emperor built the Great Wall, he buried his enemies underneath it. I will call them to battle once again.
Next time I say we've been in tougher scrapes than this, I mean this.
This third one is going to be something that you couldn't even imagine.
Big action scenes, the big sets, the big explosions. It just blows you away.
It's not just a straight action movie. It's not just an adventure movie. It's not just a romance. It's not just a comedy. It's all of those things mixed up.
I tell you to fasten your seatbelts, but it was too cheap to buy any.
Why am I laughing?
We're back.
We've got some of the actors and stunt guys rehearsing some of the fight scenes for the upcoming movie.
We're swinging on ropes and having full tilt martial arts fights.
I love it, man. This is kind of really, what it's all about, It was pretty intense action and wire work.
I worked for a couple of weeks on Wires. I loved it so much. I felt like Peter Pan.
Gunfire and explosions.
Some of the fight, you've got Chinese versus Chinese. Some you've got Western guys fighting Chinese. So we're trying to break up the style a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting.
It's just kicking off now. All hell's going to break loose soon.
B-Mike. Hey, Shane!
My name's Mike Lambert. I'm the fight choreographer on Mummy 3, and this is what fight choreography is all about. Everybody's different. Everybody moves differently, and sometimes, some people are more natural than others. We just got to try and find out each individual's strengths and weaknesses and try to work with that and try to bring out the best in that person, No, honestly, the energy levels for me, you've moved up a gear. Good. Last week you were in second gear, now we're into third gear. We're trying to do just a little bit of everything, really, what looks good on camera. Some kicks from taekwondo, some wushu style kung fu moves. Energy, ready, and action! Lynn's character was more wushu. Obviously, she's Chinese, so she's like more wushu and flowing martial arts. Rick's style is more, obviously, he's not going to be too fancy, raw and ready. Maria, that's Evie's character. She's a little bit more refined, so she's a little bit experienced in martial arts, but also she's got a little bit of street fighting as well. Alex O'Connell. And then Alex, which is played by Luke Ford, he again is a little bit stylish, but again with a little bit of his father's sort of raw street fighting style mixed in.
And then we have the great Michelle Yeoh.
When the Emperor built the Great Wall, he buried his enemies underneath it. I will call them to battle once again.
We started talking about who could play the villain. Jet Li was the first person that came to mind.
Two great icons of Chinese cinema going head-to-head for the first time. In this part of the world, they are gods. They're in the pantheon of cinema. So to see the two of them together is quite wonderful. Very exciting for me.
For my part, the whole movie, that's the most exciting day, you know, fight with Michelle. She's one of my best friends. It's amazing, you know.
Jet's fantastic. Always was, always will be. And he's just so accurate, which really makes it, you feel safe when you fight with him.
We're having a fight sequence with Jet Li and Brendan Fraser. It's the Battle of the Titans. Ready and action!
Cut! Rick's studying a form of it's like an Israeli martial arts called Krav Maga, and it's basically a real, like, practical sort of street fighting art. Very short, sharp, direct moves like A to B.
Jet Li, he swings an arm at you, and it hit the fringe of my hair the first time. And, you know, I thought, that was close. So we were gonna go for another take, and he swung the hook, same thing again, and it hit the hair again. He's that precise. He knows exactly what he's doing. There's really no margin for error in working with him. He'd come over and he'd sort of poke my chest and make sure I was wearing a chest pad, because it's gonna put a boot into me.
This time, I also have a fight scene with him. He's a very tough guy, very tough, very strong.
The idea of a big, real, brutal, exciting mano-a-mano fight between them, I think, is cool and something you haven't seen before.
Fighting, it's a dance, really. It's a performance. We're creating something that doesn't really exist.
We're just trying to find original ways of doing moves that we've seen before, but trying to shoot them differently and perform them differently. Hopefully every little fight will have something special that'll make the audience go, oh, that was cool.
Wait! Wilson!
After 2,000 years, a mystery lost to time is about to be unearthed.
It's the tomb of the Dragon Emperor and his army.
And a legendary evil will be awoken.
Sorry, pal. There's a mummy on the loose.
From Universal Pictures.
Good going, Dad. You raised another mummy. In his tomb, said he had control of the 5 elements.
I hate mummies! They never play fair!
And the producers of The Mummy and The Mummy Returns.
How exactly are we supposed to fend them off? When the Emperor built the Great Wall, he buried his enemies underneath it. I will call them to battle once again.
So these are the good undead guys, right?
This summer,
I tell you to fasten your seatbelts, but it was too cheap to buy any.
Why am I laughing?
beyond death, beyond imagination, lies an adventure that will live for all eternity. The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. There's a legend of a warrior who rose up to defend his people and became a king. Now, Universal Pictures and the producers of The Scorpion King bring you the story of how it all began. In ancient times, there arose a fearless warrior.
The Order of the Black Scorpions.
Who became the personal bodyguard of royalty. But when his father is murdered by the king, he must destroy the one man he was sworn to protect. From the director of Resident Evil Extinction and Highlander, and starring Randy Couture, comes a heroic tale of loyalty, betrayal, and revenge. The Scorpion King 2, Rise of a Warrior.
Available on DVD.
You saved the cheerleader, so we could save the world.
This is your chance at a normal life. I have to do this. That's what you always say when you're about to do something bad. No way.
They'll be watching me more closely now.
So none of this is real.
If someone here found out about me, what would happen?
Weapons free, shoot on sight.
The fate of humanity itself hangs in the balance.
When an epidemic broke out, the wall went up. Leave the dying to die. But what didn't kill them
There are survivors up there.
has made them stronger.
This is our city!
From the director of The Descent
Whoever they send here, they're gonna give them hell!
Hold on.
Doomsday.
Rough ride.
Rough enough.